Hello, welcome to weekly NGS meeting. NGS stands for Next Generation Shell. Weekly meetings are about recent progress and future plans. We have Ricardo today, a contributor. I'm Ilya, the author of the project. Let's go. Okay, Ricardo, do you want to start or you want me to start?
Yeah, I can start on not much. So there are some pull requests going forward. Good thing is that we managed also to do the Red Hat builds. That's also another pull request that is there. And yeah, we are trying to move forward with that.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Yeah, so let me then share the screen and share the milestones and all that. And we'll try to be orderly here. Okay, share screen, milestones. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so what do we have? So AS2 0214, it was finished over a week ago. We just need to release the version. 0215, I'm kind of thinking about this. So, and the first thing that I think that we need to do is to design the IO and to be able to make a server which will be used by the UI. So I was looking into several, let's say, patterns or designs, and okay, it's all here. So I was looking into these guys. So at this point in time, I'm mostly impressed by NETI channels, as they implement the intercepting filter pattern, as we see it in many other places too. I think that NETI did a great job in the implementation, so I think I'll take many ideas from there with cutting some corners, let's say, to make it smaller, easier to implement, and maybe simpler. But I think I'll be basing the IO after NETI, like in most of the things. Okay, go back. Okay, so pull requests. So okay, let's go back one. So that's all for 0215. Maybe I'll be adding some issues here, but probably IO design and implementation is big enough to have its own release. Actually, it is unknown amount of work, but it's pretty big that I already know for now. Okay, so let's go back to the pull request. So
Question,
what do you have?
shall
Yes.
we add these pull requests to 0214? Milestone, because it would be nice, that 0214 would come, at least with the build jobs and whatever, all of them.
You want to merge it before releasing?
Yes, that will probably make sense because, I don't want to bring these changes into this IO milestone. Why?
Well,
because in that one, we should just focus on that one, on the thing, right?
maybe, but also there is nothing that stops us from like shifting the release, making a new one in the middle,
Up to you. So these ones
we
are
can,
just,
okay, hold a moment.
of,
Here's what I mean. Instead, 0215 will be 0216, and 0215 will have like different miscellaneous things in it, for example. But, if something will be completely ready from my point of view, there's no like issue merging this, like releasing this with this release. Okay, so what do we have? Improve GitHub Actions. That was the Red Hat build.
Yeah, so that brings all the Red Hat builds, and
yeah,
it also fixes.
I still have some doubts because there's like still things that you didn't answer here, for example. Like here, stuff which is not answered.
No, it's not possible to merge. Nah, joking. I didn't saw that one yet, but before I dive into this, we need to handle the because both the man
Yeah.
and that one changes the actions, the
Yeah.
build actions.
Yeah, so I looked at man today. I had some comments. You say you handled them, yes?
Yeah, it's fixed.
Okay, try to consolidate, conciliate, install and test new changes. Okay, so well, I'll need to go over this. I will not do this online. Well, I assume it's solved.
By the way,
Website,
when
yeah,
we merge
yeah.
that one, we probably should merge with this, like, how do they call it? Now I got a blank. With
Give me a hint.
let me look. They have a word for that. They have a special word for that. When you merge um, with squash and merge. Why? Because
Squash.
there is no need to have these 9 commits, because most of them were like, so on both Mac OS and on the improved GH actions, there were a lot of commits that was just to test if the GitHub actions worked and
Yeah,
stuff like
I
that.
never did that, so I don't know how to do
Yeah,
that, but
yeah, in
tell me,
UI, in
tell me.
UI we can do
In
it.
UI.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, there is like an
Uh,
extra option that says squash and merge, and
let's
that's
let's see that for a
theoretically,
moment.
yeah, on the
Okay,
bottom.
like on the bottom.
And now you
Merge,
click
like
that
here.
arrow, yeah, and you have squash and merge.
From this branch will be combined into one commit in the okay.
Yeah, it makes more sense,
How do you
because
how
these
do you
9
do it
commits
in the
there are
command
kind of
line?
useless.
How do you do this in the command line?
On the command line, it's kind of the same. There is like a thing to do it. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Okay, good that you mentioned. Yes, it can make some order.
Yeah, especially on these, improved GH actions. If you look there, there are already, I don't know how many
Yeah, I
commits.
seen there is like quite a
We
bunch.
I was testing, right?
39.
Yeah, 39. It's just like, most of them were like, still
Check
doesn't work,
test.
still doesn't work.
Simplified further. Adds increased
Yeah.
MS. Added another fix. Add fix.
Yeah.
Yeah. Expected.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and website, yeah, we need to get there. I don't actually remember where it is stuck. Is it on my side, on your side?
On your side, you
On
need
your,
to
of
look into
course.
the website 2 branch, because it has
Ah,
the menu changes that you wanted.
this is getting out of hand. Okay, I'll look there.
Yeah, that's why we need to close them. Yeah, we need to start closing them.
Okay, yeah, I need to look. Yeah, requested your review. Yes. Okay, that's pretty clear. Okay, so
Good.
we have this and need
Yeah.
to go over this.
Let's
Okay.
get rid of these middle cleanup improvement tasks, so that we can start, with the big things.
Yeah. Okay. Mm, well, I guess that would be it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So our biggest yeah, okay, yeah, almost forgot. So in this IO infrastructure, I was thinking how would something talk to NGS, and I was thinking something like some simple protocol, like JSON based, something very simple, and I found something actually which is pretty close to what I imagined, not exactly, but pretty close, and that is called JSON RPC. And it is actually pretty simple. Okay, you have JSON with request and JSON with response. Request object has JSON RPC, which has a version, which is must be to 0. Have methods, that's a function name. Parameters to a function, it's either array or object, so it's like either positional named, and ID of the request. That's what you have, and your response is JSON RPC with version, result, error if there was an error, and ID of the request. That's
Sounds
pretty
good.
much it. So, by
And
the
it
way,
just
I didn't remember that this exists, and I was thinking, hold a moment, there is like language server, right, for the Visual Studio Code and stuff like that. How does it work? And I went there and I seen that they're using this JSON. I think they are actually using this over HTTP, but it doesn't have to be over HTTP. So it can be just simple thing. The only downside that I see here, so these are all like lines, okay, request response. But if you have a batch, that could be multi-line, and well, then you need to parse it, you know, get the multiple
Something
lines, and
is
you need
off there.
to understand where the JSON ends. And I don't know. I'm wondering whether it will be like valid implementation without supporting batch.
Something is off on the example.
What?
It just ends there. It's like
What?
it's not a valid
Ah, yeah,
JSON.
yeah. Oops.
Oh my
Oops.
god.
Maybe something didn't parse the request correctly in this batch.
Ah, yeah, it's for the error. Oh no, they are okay. It's for
Okay. Parse
they
error.
are showing the error. Okay.
Okay. Okay. ID null. Parser. And you can't have ID. It's
Because there is
just
no
like,
ID defined. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's pretty shitty situation. How about this? JSON
Wait,
RPC.
what about the answer of the first one?
Uh, this? I don't
No,
know.
no, the above one. In the above one, right? He failed to parse the second line, but he probably could parse the first line.
RPC call with empty. It doesn't say so. Maybe all with the whole batch is not valid in this case. I don't know. RPC call batch. Okay. They just have answers one-to-one with the.
That makes more sense. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was saying that the other one was a bit weird, because I was expecting something like this, right?
Yeah.
First one is okay, but the second one failed, right?
Yeah. So invalid request. Yeah. When you can parse your JSON, that's fine. But here you couldn't. You couldn't.
Couldn't
You
even parse
don't.
the JSON. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
It
see.
can't. Yeah. Okay. That's the whole protocol. That's why I like it. By the way, when I was thinking about something like which has like content lang encoded, like in, let's say, 4 bytes, was content lang and then JSON. Something it would be like, I think it would be simpler to parse because you don't need to find the end of line and to cut this. So I don't know. Anyhow,
Yeah. Just use something that exists.
if
That's it.
we wouldn't implement batch, it's pretty simple. Wait,
Just use that
client
thing.
may send to send
Yeah.
several request object, client may send. So so should respond with an error. Yeah. Apparently you're supposed to implement that. Yeah.
But on this batch, it's easy, right? You go one by one and you go by order and you
Yeah,
reply.
but the parsing is not simple. You cannot like take one line and parse JSON from it. It's multi-line, right? Here, wait, hold a moment. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's line is adjacent. Yeah. It's kind of
yeah, so how you need to like understand where your JSON ends, right? You need to parse JSON, and you need in this JSON to understand that you parsed an array. And I don't think I have low-level JSON parsing methods exposed like that. My JSON methods can get a string and parse the JSON, but if you don't know when the string ends, well, you can't parse it. Well,
but you
like
can
right
do
now in
like
NGS.
a get of an array, then you go with a for over the array, right? And just send to your method one by one
You
as a
want me
string.
to parse this manually?
Yeah, you just do a for, right? You just
That's
check
gonna
if it.
be that's gonna be pretty bad because it may be on separate string or separate line, on not separate line with one of them. It can be like finished here, right? And then how do I know that the closing bracket is actually for this one? Maybe it's this one, right? So like you can't like take it.
Yeah,
You
what I'm
need to
saying is that you
implement pretty
parse
much the
this.
whole JSON parser to understand that this bracket actually belongs to the
Okay.
closing bracket belongs to the opening bracket. You can't just guess it, right? You need to
But in
parse.
NGS, you can parse a JSON that is an array.
You can parse a JSON, but if you know where it ends, here you don't know where it ends. You have a request, it's streaming bytes, right?
This is by streaming. Okay.
Well, you get it somehow over the network, right? So, or anything. So you don't know where it ends. There
Are you
is no
sure?
like packets or anything.
Okay.
There was something about transport. Transport, I think it's transport agnostic. So you don't know shit about transport, so you can, yeah, over HTTP, over sockets, yeah, sockets, and in socket you don't know where is the yeah, the fragment, yeah. But I hope by implementing this, we will be able to find many tools on the other side which could work with that. Or maybe I can find C implementation for this thing
For sure.
and be done with this. Also good.
For sure, you will find something
Yeah, but
already
I
implemented.
would like that C implementation to use the same JSON libraries that I'm using, just not to duplicate JSON libraries, right? Yeah, anyhow, if I don't find anything appropriate in C, that's not supposed to be a big problem to parse it. Of course, I will not do it in C. I'll expose lower level implementations of JSON parser or parts, and then everything else will be in NGS, of course. And that could be already be in this IO design layout where you have like a channel and you have these filters in the channel. So you have the channel, you have filter which can mm, cut chunks out of the stream, and then you have like next filter already gets JSON, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, by the way, you have already on GitHub something on that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anyhow, yeah, I guess that would be it for now.
Good.
Yeah. So let's finish. How to say? Like and subscribe. Do that. Okay. See you guys.
See you.